Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and you name it. And KG joins us now. Big Ticket.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man?
Happy All-Star to you.
You're looking quite fresh, my brother. Same to y'all, man. I see y'all. I'm trying to keep up. I see y'all. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, I see
Yo,
you,
party
man.
last night, bro.
I appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh, you got in the party? I went early, though, Shaq. I had to get there early. I had some
Shaq was offended because they asked him for ID.
They asked him for ID.
Yeah, man.
They just, no, they didn't. They said
Yes,
they
they
move over so Shaq can go through. And he said, no, don't move people.
Anyway,
I move people.
Anyway, shout out to Kenny's guy, Ken Jermaine, that got me in.
Hey, go ahead, you're looking forward to hanging with Chuck?
I am, man. So it's never a dull time with Chuck, man. Chuck and I we have some good times together.
Yes, sir, we do. It's always an honor and a privilege to work with the great Kevin Garnett.
Stop it, man.
My man with them skinny jeans on.
Stop it. Look, you still jealous over there, huh? I told you, man. I wanted to work with you, man. They thin jeans.
I hardly recognize you without the hoodie, man.
Hey, Ernie, sometimes you got to just switch it up a little bit, man. I saw what y'all
switched up nicely.
Just to switch up. They think that I'm versatile.
That's burgundy, right?
That's Garnett.
Garnett.
Hey,
Garnett.
That's one
I
T.
like it.
One T.
I like it.
Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett.
Two questions. First question. What's the name of your church, Pastor Garnett? Looking like a reverend.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Second question.
And my man dressed like a butler.
I was about to say he got the chef.
Hey, Kevin.
Shaq.
I almost called him Benson when he walked up here.
Whoa.
So I got a question. You and Chuck gonna be sitting courtside.
Yeah.
Be honest. If you miss the first dunk, does it really still have that same sting?
It doesn't, man.
Thank you.
We all know that. We all know that.
They don't know that.
You can't change the rules, brother.
Listen, though, your first dunk sets the momentum for everything else, man. That's a momentum builder.
But you can't change the rules, big fella.
You can't get no 50 if you miss 1 and 2 dunks.
I have a question. I do think that it does change the momentum but I do think based on the dunk, you still can get a 50.
Okay.
Because if you did let's say a 720, and you missed the first one,
that's going to.
And then you do the 720 the second time.
How can you agree? How can you agree and disagree? How can you agree?
Now, if you're doing a simple dunk that someone else could do,
yes,
that will take it away. But if you're doing something that no one's ever tried before,
and you
take you twice,
well, first of all, there's no dunk nobody's ever tried.
Nobody's done it. Nobody's done a 720, and I see.
I think Oladipo's the last person that tried a 720 or something like that.
Right. Nobody's done it in the NBA. Nobody in the NBA tried.
I was just about to say the Canadian kid actually.
Air up there. The guy Air up there did that too as well.
Maybe somebody will do a 721.
YouTube.
Okay. Hey, listen.
That's what's up, Ernie. I like that.
I like that, Ernie. We need to hear from Anthony Davis because at the All-Star practice today, the media got their chance to question him, and then so did the folks at NBA TV. And here's what AD had to say today.
Whatever list that came out, that's between my agent and the Pelicans. No, it's true. Obviously, the Pelicans are going to do what's best for them. They have to do what's best for them. My intentions are still the same. No matter who the GM is or whoever, my intentions are the same. But Pelicans made a move that was best for their organization. And for me, I'm still going to go out there and play basketball for obviously it's Danny Ferry right now, and go out there and continue to play basketball with my teammates. I never said Boston wasn't on my list. I never said it wasn't on my list. I never said it was not on my list.
Somebody had told me that you had mentioned maybe the Celtics being on that list. I just wanted to clarify. Is that are they on the list or are they not on the list?
All 29 of the teams are on my list.
Everyone's on the list.
I don't have a preferred destination. Like I said, I just want to win. They actually big market, small market. I don't care. I want to win.
So AD's saying that all the other teams in the league are on the list as possible landing spots.
Oh, you mean the right way?
Except the Pelicans are not on that list.
Yes, but the other 29 teams are on that list. KG, what's your overall look at what he had to say today and how this whole thing, this dumpster fire, as Alvin Gentry called it the other night, has gone down?
It's not my taking. It's not my liking. I don't like the way the process has come out. Chuck, I kind of follow what you said. I don't like that the fact that the agents are dictating the whole move of this. Shout to Rich Paul, shout to Clutch and what they do, but this was a bit unprofessional, to be honest. To call for a trade that that you probably couldn't probably couldn't get in the long run, and probably know that it was a long shot to get it done during the season like this, not only cause hiccups in your own program, but, think about the Lakers and the hiccups that it caused over there. Those kids was playing totally different basketball than they were after the trading deadline. Y'all saw that the energy was a lot different. It's a time and place for everything. It's a time and place for business, and it's a time and place, but only if it's aligned. If it's not aligned, Ernie, it's a big distraction. These kids are not programmed to be able to push through a lot of things. Nonetheless, trade talk, they're very sensitive generation. So you have to be careful on how you do things, and that includes business.
We've all been in this situation before. The more professional way would then have to take care of it this summer, or another professional way, if you go to the general manager and say, I'm not going to embarrass your club and say I'm not going to sign, but sir, I would like to be traded right away, and nobody know anything. Once you start talking to the media, everybody starts speculating. Everybody starts, he did with Rich Paul, he want to play for Lakers. It gets out of control. Now it's so out of control, nobody believes in it.
Once that thing went public, once it went from, hey, maybe it's just Rich Paul talking to the Pelicans and saying, hey, let's get something done. Once that went from that stage to, hey, I want to be traded, then Ernie, that's where it got to be a mess.
Speaking a little firsthand on my point of view, they are both right. So when I asked the 76ers to trade me, I said, listen, I love Philadelphia. If I have to stay here, I don't want to burn my bridges. This is when the season ended. I says, I'm not coming back here next year. I said, I want y'all to make the best deal for y'allself, because Philadelphia's been a great city to me, and I don't want to alienate the fans. I said, I'm not coming back here again. You guys got the whole summer to trade me, and that's what happened.
You said this? You said this, not your agent, but you said this.
But first of all, let's get one thing straight.
But agent works for you, man.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you something about the agent. The agent works for the player. It doesn't work the other way around. All these players, Anthony Davis is a great, great player. I don't care who represents him. I like Rich Paul, but let me tell you something. The player has to always remember, we can't get another Anthony Davis, but we can get another agent. Players control your destiny.
Yeah, well, it's a legacy.
I think overall, everyone has great points, and I think that the one issue that, on a positive standpoint, you're trying to give your franchise an opportunity to say, oh, you get an opportunity to trade me like you did and like Anthony was trying to do. But the disassociation that he is having now is I didn't have a problem up until now, where several times in the thing he said he's still part of the organization, he's part of the team. That's the only part that he's already removed himself now. And so that, to me, was the only part but you have the right to say where you want to go, where you want to go, and when you want to do it.
I don't
now, you do have the right, but do you think it was in poor taste? Some might say it was. But you have the right to say that. Because also, there are franchises, if you don't say things public, which I've been part of, maybe not the Pelicans, they don't believe you're serious. But they don't think that you walk in that office and go, I'm not going to do this. They don't think you're serious if you don't say in public. I don't know if the Pelicans are like that. But I'm saying there are people like that.
You don't leave at halftime. You don't leave your team at halftime, man.
I said up until
the trickle effect of what all this is happening now. Right. That's the problems I'm having with.
Right.
Now you're not in the locker room with your guys. You left early. Like that's not a good look for the league.
Kevin Garnett joining us here. He'll be with Charles Barkley tonight during the AT&T.
Hey, Chuck.
Slam dunk.
Chuck, who you got tonight, Chuck?
A honey bun and a Mountain Dew.
Hey, Mr. Coffee.
Yeah.
Every Friday, when my little daddy gave him our allowance, honey bun and a Mountain Dew.
Like I said, just pour a bag of sugar.
Little dad. That's what I call my granddaddy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that go to great Jesse Jackson, one of the great civil rights pioneers of all time. Thank you, Rev Jackson.
A mainstay at All-Star Weekend.
Okay, Cat, I see
and
you.
there is Cat, who you'll see tomorrow during the All-Star game.
Look at y'all on Snapchat, ain't it?
I got him.
And we are getting ready for the 68th All-Star game. 12, 13, 14, 15 of which have featured one of you, which is pretty impressive.
A lot with him, though. A lot with him.
12 of them with you, Isaiah.
Yeah, I feel real tired.
Let's take a look at some of those
I tell you
highlights.
The All-Star game for me was always fun. I always wanted to have a good time.
Look at the baby shorts, though, Z.
Yeah, and they're long.
They're coming back.
Yeah, I like that.
They're coming back in style.
I see Jaylen Brown is wearing shorter
right.
shorts in Boston. There's somebody else who I noticed is wearing like shorter shorts. I think James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden is too.
And I think it's because the crossover is fading. And the between the legs dribble is coming back.
Well, you knew that was where fashion was headed when the guys started wearing the short shorts into the arena. So why not wear them on the court? I mean, if you're wearing a full suit with short shorts, why not translate to the floor?
Short shorts are hot pants. What?
Oh, I like that.
It seems like guys are a little bit more comfortable with it right now, though. Like they tight is in the whole Euro look.
Totally.
Where when it comes to fashion, now guys are bringing that on the basketball court too. So
yeah, we started the Euro.
You started
look.
it. You and John Stockton back in the day.
Yeah, the Euro look.
Yes.
I like that. I like.
See,
I like the way you put that.
He didn't know what it was. You were an All-Star a little more recently. 3 times, in fact, and we have some highlights commemorating those days as well. Do you have any? Whoa, okay, wait, never mind. Before we talk about memories, we've got to talk about how significantly the shorts have changed.
The baggy era. yes.
There, now we have the baggy era.
That was the era right there when you wore the 4X white tees, where you wore the baggy shorts, where the shorts was actually all bundled up together when you tried to tie them up because you wanted the shoes to get as close to your knee as possible.
Right.
When you guys played, you had them all the way up, so you wasn't worrying about having extending all the way to the knee, huh?
We wanted to show body. We wanted to show skin.
Oh, you did. Yes.
And I think that's what's back in.
See, I was a
body
skinny guy.
And skin.
I was too skinny for that. I was trying to hide all my legs.
The mask, though, was iconic. The mask.
Oh, it was. Nah, that was. You know what? Even during the All-Star game, I was trying to come out to try to put some type of leather on it for the All-Star game.
Right.
Ooh, yeah. Would they not let you?
Yeah, I let the league know a little too early. I should have did what LeBron James did in Miami, where he came out and just wore a black mask, and they told him after the fact.
Yeah.
So I had a couple ideas where I was going to put like different kind of leather on it. So
now, why leather?
I don't know. It's just something, for All-Star. Hey, you got to have something jazzy out there, something different out there where get people's attention.
Yeah.
But they shut that. They vetoed that early as soon as I let them know.
Who was you checking with?
I was checking with Stu Jackson at the time, and Stu would always shoot
our
me
very
down.
own Stu Jackson, shooting down all the good ideas.
Stu would do that all the time with me. Stu, hey, man, I don't know why, man. We both PA guys. You from Reading, I'm from Coatesville.
What was
Stu had no fashion
Let me live
sense.
a little bit, Stu.
Stu had no fashion sense.
Yeah, he had
Stu
no
would
fashion
have
at
no
all.
part. But for those guys who are doing this for the very first time, it's a really special thing. Does anything stand out about the first time that you were named an All-Star?
Well, it was exciting for me, and I think for me it was just sharing that moment with my teammates. I mean, we had the luxury of one year having 4 All-Stars playing in the game. Me, Rasheed. We should have 5. Me, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, and Chauncey Billups. 4 at that time. So that was an exciting time for us. It was exciting time for the city of Detroit, because it just lets you know that, hey, basketball is not an individual sport, and you want to get the glory with your guys, with your teammates. And I always felt as though my game benefit playing with them guys. So to get an opportunity to play in an All-Star game with 3 incredible All-Stars was just one of the most amazing things for my whole entire basketball career.
Yeah. Uzig did it 12 different times and played alongside so many what would become future Hall of Famers. Is there any one thing that stands out about All-Star Weekend?
Just always when you got there, the camaraderie that you had, and Magic and I would always, we would either go to dinner, go to the movies, or just try to get away a little bit just to get some rest. But I remember my first All-Star game in New Jersey, Brendan Byrne Arena, and I remember I got fouled and I went to the foul line, and that was the first time it really hit me like I'm in the All-Star game, because I was bouncing the basketball, and I looked up at the free throw line, and there was Kareem, Dr. J, and I froze. I was like it was like an out of body experience, because I was like, damn, that's Kareem, and I shot an air ball. My first free throw ever was an air ball in New Jersey, because I shot it and I was like, damn, that's Kareem, and I'm on the floor with him. I'm in the wrong place.
Well, how surreal to know that you just right before that would probably have paid money to be in the building just to
100
see those guys. And
I
now
was
you're
trying to get the
expected to shoot a free throw
I was
effectively.
trying to get the autograph.
Me too.
Yeah.
I made sure that everybody signed my jersey.
Yep.
I made sure everybody signed all my sneakers just to have that memory, that moment. Because, like you said, you grow up watching the All-Star game. I grew up watching you and Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and all the great players that played before me. So once you're on that stage and you get an opportunity to see all the fans around you, sometimes you get a little too overexcited because I remember in a game that I was coming down and I was trying plays that I usually don't try in the game.
Yeah.
And Chauncey had to grab me. He said, hey, bro, you a throwback. Hey, you don't need to be out here trying all these double, triple crossover under legs. Just play your game and go out there and have fun. So a lot of times it kind of gets the best out of you just from an excitement standpoint that you want to go out there and put on a show.
Yeah.